Okay, single point of information. Why is that information? What is that important, and what we should do about this? So I need to tell you, from my all years of experience, the worst point you can get in worst case scenario is when your partners do not know what to do in every given moment. Then this is very bad for you, because either you are not good manager, or you don't have the system to organize that project is transparent. And it is very important that project is transparent. We already overcome the system where we said, okay, this is just for me, this is for that partner, that budget should not be revealed to other partners, and this is bad. Even I still come into the contact when, for example, last year I've been working one project where they said that complete budget is not shown to everyone, that I will see just my part of the budget and that's it. And this is definitely very difficult. Even just try to figure it out, what you have the relation with the person like that, when he said, you cannot see everything in this project and we need to work together. So the transparency is a very important point. So don't do project where it's not 100% transparent. So the keywords here are transparency, flow of information. What does that mean? That means that everybody can access all the information at the same time, that you don't have specific restriction. Normally you will have some edit restriction to that, but generally everybody should see everything. You can expect that half of them, they have their own information system. For example, my company is developing information system. Of course, we have our own information system, but when you come into the partnership, half of them have their own information system. How you will put together, how you will share that. You will come into the system where some of them never work in any information system. They never work with the online tools. They never work over the internet. They don't even know how to organize themselves using computer. So your task definitely will be to prepare the system everybody will understand and everybody can use it. So this needs to be very low steep, not very difficult one. So how to organize the data? Yeah, we can still use Word files and email. I still been working with in the project where they really don't know how to run the project, their applicant, and they're sending Word files over the email. And then say, oh, why don't you provide me information? What information? I sent you in the Word file in the email last week. You need to know that now emails is generally, used just for general information, not for the sensitive point, because they are easy to lose. You cannot find it. Maybe sometimes even does not reach the recipient. So you need to know that Word files is absolutely bad practice. What you can do is maybe Trello. If you've already been using Trello, then you know that this is a kind of Kanban tasking file. If you don't know what is a Kanban is, please check it. Kanban tasking file is the system when your task is running through different phases. Maybe organization, in progress, done. So you have one task and you run it through the phases. But the problem with Trello is that I have few instances of the project using the Trello, and it still is very difficult to prepare everything in a way that everybody will understand and find the solutions. So what is the property solution online? So online project management as well, you can use it. The problem will be in this property solution that everybody will needs to adapt to it and everybody needs to work with it. And this is again, something very problematic. So what I am suggesting? I'm suggesting shared spreadsheet. And you need to know that for me, this is something very awkward because I'm the owner of the company which produce information system and the project management is out of this. And I am proposing the solution out of this. So why I am doing this? Reasons for that is that are online. So every time you have less information, you don't need to do any backups. You don't care for the servers. You don't care for updates. You know, you don't have any cost for that. There is already implemented accounts and sign-in, so you need to already have this account. Whatever you will do is easy changed, and practically everybody know how to use the spreadsheet. So this is very different what all other project is working, but when they start to work that way, I proposed probably 10 years ago, this system is spreading more and more, and probably I just become famous just because of that information system, you know. And I will give you the example, and not just example, I will push you to use it that way because have really a lot of different reasons for that. So the easiest way to run the project is through the system like this, which is just one spreadsheet. There is no five spreadsheets, there is no different files, there is nothing. It is just connection here. So why I'm trying to use that? Because I spread it to the different tabs, and I will explain now. So at the beginning, every time you have your own logo, you have the logo of Erasmus, and you need to know that every national agency try to promote their own logo. For example, if you're working in Turkey, they have different logos for Erasmus. If you're working in Portugal, they generally don't care much about this logo, but you need to have it. Always you will try to figure out what is the application number. It needs to be in very specific place. In that first intro point is where you can see overview of the project. So then you can see all the partner who is working here. And then what I always try to do is that to see here what is the submitted application. So what we promise. So you just need to open that file, and you can check what we promise in that application. You can check it. So this is the way how to use it. Of course, also PERT chart if you develop it during the development phase, or Gantt chart, or budget specification. So everything is here. We also have here the final report, because if you will try to figure it out later what you did, or if you have, for example, audit later, you have everything here. You don't need to try to figure it out somewhere else. Everything in one file. So what I said here, one single point of information is very, very important. So you will never try to figure it out where your data is. It's just one file. And it's very easy to use. If you'll give you the name of that, you will give you task. Part of the name should be task. Why? Again, very easy, because if you will go to your drive and just type tasks, you will get of all your project task files. So these are your entry points to all your projects. So you don't need to watch, go over the complete drive or whatever you will use. Everything will be on one point. So first you try to see what is your project, and then you just go and use it. So that was the first part. As well, what is our Facebook account, what is our web page, what is our platform? I need to say that over the year you will forget what was the domain name you gave to that. You will forget what platform be using for your that was online course. And also very important is on our project, you need to have project management quality plan. And if you organize the system like this can serve as a project management quality plan. So you have everything in one place here. So don't try to invent something new. This is the system which is going over the course of 10 years, and all of us already know where to find it. Of course, you can still see all the contact and what is more probably the most important part of the application here is the tasks file, task section, which means that you can see who needs to do what until what date. I can still see for all my project 10 years ago who was responsible for what part, until when, and what was the production, what they did. So I can still go here and open any of those documents and see what we produced in that time. So this is the, it is very important. This is the 10 years of knowledge in just one particular information system. So why we are doing this task details? For example, if you will see and say, I will delete that, it's formula here, and you say you didn't do this, you are late for 245 days. Because everything is here. Or we said, okay, we need to do this until the 15th of the June this year. It says another 14 days you have to have this deadline. So when you will check something like this, it will say you what is your priority to work. So that's why it's very important that you have everything in one place. So when you have system like this, it is very easy also to introduce it to your partners, because everybody knows how to use the spreadsheet. You go to the intro tab, you have the complete overview. If you don't agree with something we said, here is a submitted application, you can always open it and try to find it. Always we check what is our results. So the results tab is also very important, because this is one of the issues we need to describe in our final report. So we have all the results name, who was responsible, when was the date, for example, what was the result, and also internal evaluation. It is very important that we have quality assurance in place, that if you don't have internal evaluators, here needs to be coordinator who will evaluate your job. And for example, when they try to do something, you just need to, it is not something, for example, to delete. This is, something which you need to follow. For example, at the beginning, some bugs in the questionnaire, then was fallen, final question was done. And then if you want to do something else, you see what was, additional remark. So you have log of your evaluation by every of those results. And this is very important. So how we are doing when the evaluator is coming? Generally nothing. We just put him down behind the computer and say, what do you want to see? We are very transparent. Here is our results. Here is our, everything is one place. What is very important as well is indicators. It is important that at the beginning of the project, you say what you will do. So indicator value, for example, how many involved teachers, 240, for example. And we said also the thresholds, what mean generally 75%. If we will go over the 75% of this value, that means that is done. And then we need to also go to the link of the proof. We said how we select this. This is also, again, very important for the final report. And we have quantitative indicators with the numbers, and qualitative indicators we need to describe differently. But in any case, I will show you the tools how we'll evaluate it quantitatively and qualitatively as well. So this is different tools. But now for the time being, here is one place where you gather all information. You as a project manager, you need to figure it out what you will put here that everybody can see. Meetings, yeah, this is very important, and this is very easy to organize that way. If I still know that we were, Diana organized that meeting on the 15th and 16th December 2017, and that was the minutes of the meeting. So I have everything ready for whatever, whoever, and Muammar was here. I have a proof. I don't know what did you tell to your wife, but I have a proof that it was in Porto. And of course, everything what we do. Later we will go over, in other sessions, we will go how the minutes should look like, because there are certain type of idea what needs to be done, from the schedule to how people needs to present, and there is always also presentations here. So here also as well you can see the complete presentation of all people who was here. So this is not just brainstorming, and this is not just what we did. So here is everything what we did in that meeting. And what is also very important, we will discuss this later, but normally projects are doing that way. We go to the kickoff meeting, somebody writes the minutes, and then after we are coming home, they send the minutes in the 14 days time and say, please say if you agree with the minutes, which is a totally stupid way to work with the projects. Why? Because they're sending you your minutes, and then you'll say, no, we agree, something like that. I don't agree with that. We said this different number, whatever. And you will go back and forth using the email again to agree what you already been telling on the meetings. So what I'm doing, I say, this is our minutes meeting, and it's empty at the beginning. I just have this structure, and I share to everyone on the meeting, and everyone obligation is to add something to the minutes and to check the minutes while they are typing. So at the end of the meeting, so whenever we agree, because we have also the section how we agree on what we will do here, you need to check and pay attention that you agree what is here. Because after the meeting we stopped, I stop all the share and or edit access, and this is just read only later. So no complaints later. And this is when you come home, you don't have anything to do. You just know what you need to do. So from these minutes, you then go back to the file and prepare the task delegate to them, define the deadlines, and everybody know what they need to do until when. So this is the way how you need to do with the meeting. So again, with the meeting, generally needs to have also the pictures of the meeting, signature list, and organizational file. I will go over that later as well. But generally, that means in one place we have all the documentation. So all the links or the signature, we have everything here for the all days. Yeah. Also, the pictures are very important, because sometimes they said, no, you were not there. You can, do something with the signature list. So that's why it's very important that we have all those pictures every time available there. Look, Diana, this is a nice picture of you. Last time you said that you don't have any good picture for a leaflet. Perfect. So I can still see the password for the Wi-Fi. If you go there, I can see, you can use the password. What I want to tell, if you organize your system in a way I did, and if you just fill that points in, you will have perfectly organized project. So just use that template and you will not have any problem later. Of course, there is still local dissemination event, and every time you need to say who the signature is, who was the what was the presentation there, link with the pictures and so on. So here it's all the documentation. You just need to print it later, because so this is another thing, because national agencies still don't want to have everything in electronic form. A lot of, for example, in Poland, definitely need to print everything and send there. For other, national agency, you can send electronic version. But in any case, you have here everything. What is also very important, if you organize that way in the spreadsheet, you can here easily calculate what you're doing, because I said here 155, 54, 150, 33, 23. And what I need to do, if there was 23, if the in signature list, there needs to be also 33 signatures. So I see if this is okay before audit or national agency will say, yeah, this have a problem. Even this year, we have very good situation with that same project, because we need to have it here about, I think, 400, and we did 448. And these 48 extra people who we invited and realized here save us the project. If not, we will need to return about 2,000 euros. So what I always say, overachieve and have it in the right place to check it. So if you write here, you can then check it here to see the sum, and then when you will go to the indicators, the same number is here somewhere, and you have everything at the beginning in the one place. So you don't need to have any additional information system, because you can do whatever calculation you want to do in one place. Of course, as well, dissemination, because the most important part of the project is dissemination. I mean, by the national agency, because they want to really show you. And so here you have partner date, what type, activity, receivers, and also you need to have a proof. We still have links to all the proofs, to all the, you know, to all journals, and this is, you know, this is a treasure. I need to tell, this is a treasure because there is no other project I know that have the system like this. Not just this, you know, dissemination is where everybody will ask you how many different, you know, dissemination things you are doing, and this is one of them. So, and there is plenty of other things, you know, like the budget, how the budget is organizing, all the financial report. We will go over this next time. So I still know for all the timesheet and all the final report I can open, you know, and I see what, for example, what I did, you know, in the port to travel documents or financial, all my timesheets, I have it here in one place. You know, so if national agency asked me for timesheets 5 years ago, I will have 10 minutes of work, not even that, to find it and present it. And this is what I expect from you. This is the only way I really expect from you to really take care about this system, because it's proven 10 years old and you can have everything in one place. This is also the timesheets. I will explain you later. The timesheets here, you know, is done differently than in other projects. I will show you then the best example as well. You know, for example, here what you need to do is just to show, for example, who worked, how many days, on which input, what he did, and how many hours he worked on that. And that is what you need to do if you're working that system, because then later we have just one print tab with all the information here. So you can see that April I've been working on output 1, 8 hours, 6 hours, and I have everything in one place. And what I just need to do, if I select this part and go to print, I selected, this is my timesheet. I just need to print. I just need to print it again and send this to stamp. Why is this very important? Because sometimes when you prepare the final report, you need to have somewhere option to change the timesheet very, very quickly. All options and the complete overview, who work, how much time, and this is one place. So I don't really try to push any other system, because this system already been working very well. And you can add whatever you want here. So that's why it's very important that you have your own, the same system for everyone. And what is also very important, at the end, if you're running, for example, 10 projects, I need to have overarching project management system. I need to see for every of those projects what I need to do and who needs to do what. So I have another additional information, another information system, another file, which runs over all those task files and get together all the information in one place, and I'll show you here. Summary, timesheets, and this is the timesheets. And here is saying that this is the project GBL, the final version of that document needs to be done. Here is everything overdue because of the COVID. We still didn't update the system. But I see for all of my projects what I need to do in one place. I don't need to have 10 different projects. And I can use that on my phone. And I can see that, for example, Gaspar didn't do that, you know, and I can call him. You know, and this is, you know, not just because I want to check everything and have the arm over the everything. I need to know about 15 my project because this is my asset. 15 project for me means, you know, like a house, like this is money. I need to have everything ready here. So if, for example, I need to go and see what we need to do here in the GBL, I just need to open here and I will see the task file for that project. And I can check what is going on here in task and see what is we didn't do that. So I have one file for 15 projects. And I can really pinpoint what is not done well or what is doing very good. So this is the system. And this is what is also very important. You need to know the first thing when audit will come to your house, they will ask for the timesheets of you for one, or I don't know, for the whole project. And what they will do, they will try to find if you try to make some, you know, double funding. For example, you were working on the same day, for example, more than 8 hours. If they will find this, you will need to not return for that day, you will need to return money for the complete project. So you need to really make sure that you are not providing any of your timesheet without really checking that the same date is not on other project. So how do I do it that? How I'm doing that for you? So I have another project and I can say, let's say for the year 19, I can see for me where I did how many days. And I can see I have one problem here. I intentionally did now this to see, but I have the tool and I can in 1 minute see what I'm doing wrong. And I can go for all the years back. So let me tell which information system you know you can run the project like this. There is no. There absolutely no. And you can do it in the basic spreadsheet with just a little knowledge how to calculate things together. So, idea of this project management course is to give you insight what you need to do and what is possible to do with very easy tools like a project, like a spreadsheet. And there is also one important thing. What do you think about this? If the responsibility for something is delegated to all, what do you think? Gaspar, what do you think?
Or you have to do it.
Yeah, everybody needs to do it. The problem here is you don't have overview who did and who didn't do it.
Yes.
So this is my fault as well. But what you need to do every time, you try to not do the task where everybody is responsible. Just pinpoint who is responsible. If you need to do the 5 similar tasks or the same task, do it 5, because that way you will have a possibility to really see who did and who not. So here at the beginning, I was very good and said everybody needs to do that. and later, and when I don't want to do it, and just give the task to everyone. So this was my fault. This is not fault for everybody else. So this is example of bad practice. And I'll give you another example of bad practice. Another example of bad practice is like this. I gave the same task file to one lady who runs a project, and I think she destroyed because there is too many information on it. There is task file, and then it's just something starting to do. Nobody knows what does that mean.